So I would like to kind of say a few words on the strategies and technologies to manage complexity, like Danish just mentioned about ERP systems. Yes, first of all, you also mentioned, Danish, about the simplification, simplify, reduce unnecessary product variants. You give a very good example of the vehicle that you merge 3 models into one, right? And streamline bill of materials. So the more common parts you have, the less proliferation of SKU numbers. So try to find a standardized components. Only add those SKUs that differentiate the products from one from another. Under the hood, it can be the same as much as possible. And digitize your entire process. IoT sense ERP systems, ERP system connected to your vendors, like order placement, vendor-owned managed inventory systems, IoT sensors where you use in manufacturing, digital twins, so to make the decision support systems like what-if analysis, scenario basis. That's very important because you cannot play with ERP live systems, and blockchains for data transparency and accessibility and real-time visibility. Diversify sourcing. So right at the very outset, developing a product, you're selecting vendors. If you have diversity there, that helps you in the long run because you have more options. You can control costs. You can avoid disruptions. One vendor has an issue, you have it, and it's another one to go to. You don't have unique vendors and limited source supply. Standardization, as much as you can, use common processes and collaborate. Vendor partnerships, supplier partnerships are very important to avoid risks in the long term. And qualification programs. So if you have vendors and you have more flexibility built into the license, that gives you an option to source from different places, not you guys are stuck and tied to a single source. And apply AI, of course. We apply AI in many processes within supply chain, beginning with demand forecasting, trending, and learning from the past events. That's very important. Predictive maintenance, TPM. So we look at the patterns. And sometimes product change also affects maintenance. So all those things, when we schedule, we see which products might require the specific maintenance step, so we are prepared ahead of time. Supplier risk monitoring, supplier base. So expand supplier base, which is every company's desire that we should have multiple vendors so we can source from. You're not tied to one or two, but the biggest stumbling block, the big bottleneck is your license restrictions. So if we go back to the point one, if you have license at the very outset, build licensed in such a way that you have options, you're not stuck over there. And quality protection, if we change this element, that might change in the final product quality, like the Danish just mentioned, in sterility and packaging after that, what changed at the upstream processes that caused this change in the downstream. So that real-time AI helps a lot in that.